Gun Sports Radio is sponsored by Love Radio Network. Welcome to Gun Sports Radio, all about shooting, hunting, self-defense, and more. Now, here are the hosts of Gun Sports Radio, Dave Stahl and Lance Pelkey.
All right, Gun Sports Radio in the house. I'm Dave.
I'm Lance.
And this is AM 1170, The Answer. And, folks, I tell you, we're having so much fun. Show 51. And I don't know why it says, hello, Sheriff Gore. But is there a reason for that?
Yeah, there is.
I think we're going to talk about that later.
Yes, there is.
Ooh, look, the smoke just come up into the room. I don't know what's going on.
Schwartz will explain that here in a minute.
I'm sure he will. Gunsportsradio.com, gunsportsradio.com. Go to facebook.com/gunsportsradio. Stay in touch with us, and trust me, you will be happy as a clam. Also, our number one sponsor, Gun Range San Diego. We couldn't have done it without them. 7853 Balboa Avenue. We are one show away from a year anniversary.
Yeah, we're coming up, man. It's huge.
Let me tell you, is that hot or what? 7853 Balboa Avenue, just going back to Gun Range San Diego. The Nordstroms of gun ranges. I'm telling you. 10 to 10, 7 days a week, 858-573-1911. Get it? 1911.
Mm-hmm.
Gun Range San Diego. In fact, anything and everything you need when you go in, just ask for Hollywood. And if he isn't in the house, well, somebody else there will be more than happy to take care of you, because that whole crew, from Veronica all the way down to the person emptying the trash, which is Hollywood, are very professional. And they definitely have all the answers. And if they don't, they know exactly how to make that happen. So how you been doing, bud?
Man, what a terrific week. And then I know Gun Range San Diego had that big 3%er sale, and they just like,
did that go crazy?
Oh my goodness, it was so crazy. And I'll be honest with you, don't let Veronica hear. I was kind of glad I was out of town, because
that's right, you didn't have to go through that insanity.
Yeah, they were selling about 10 guns an hour that day.
That's what I heard. Yeah. I heard it was just
really cool.
Crazy.
Really, and Nick was on the show last week.
Yeah, Nick, great
job. Yeah,
really.
Yep.
Yeah, really good.
Not
guy.
as good as you, but really good.
Well, nobody is.
Well, I know, but we just thought we'd throw that out there.
Really good guy. And then also, the whole thing with San Diego County gun owners and all that nice stuff that's happening in beautiful Santee, California. And
so where is Chef Schwartz?
Mr. Schwartz, it might be in his Jeep right now. He's calling in. He was at the San Diego County Gun Owners Barbecue, the members' barbecue. He's on the line. And so he was doing that all day, and unfortunately I had to miss, but can't wait to have him on the line and hear how it went. So, Mikey, are you there?
I'm here. It was awesome, guys. You guys missed a really great time.
And you didn't bring us any barbecue?
There was none left over.
You ate it all. You
Mike, they named streets after you, buddy.
They surely did.
That's terrific.
One way.
Or tell the truth. Hey, tell the truth. Laura ate it all.
Yeah, Laura made it all, man. She made this whole party happen. It was so much fun, guys. We had over 150 people RSVP.
Wow.
This is our annual members-only barbecue. It was on a private outdoor range. Huge thank you to Alex from Freedom Fighters.
Yeah.
If you get the opportunity, check out freedomfighters.org. That's a fantastic organization, and they have a really nice educational range, and they're just Alex is great, and we had a lot of fun. Exotic guns and barbecue and burgers and all kinds of fun. It was great. It was a really great time.
And it's really pretty out there too. I guess you had the pistol range set up. Did they do any long range type of shooting?
No long range, just out to about not today. They can do out past a mile,
right?
Which is pretty amazing here in Southern California. There are not a lot of places you can shoot that far. But they had the regular rifle range and the pistol range, and then they also have a little trail set up.
Did you do the trail yourself?
Move.
Did you do the trail?
I didn't do the trail. I was shaking hands and kissing babies.
Yeah, you were. I did that trail that one time, and he told me don't bring anything smaller than a 45. And we had like 26 of those metal targets set up, and wow. I think I took a second shot on just 2 of them or something.
So, hey, Mike, what was the purpose of your barbecue today, other than the fact that you and 150 people were hungry?
Well, every year, just as a big thank you to our members, we have a big members-only barbecue, and that's just another way that we're bringing together the Second Amendment community here in San Diego. And I actually have some pretty big news. We had booths last weekend. We had San Diego County gun owner booths at the gun show, at the Lakeside Bulls Only Rodeo, at the Gun Range San Diego, and also at the Pride Festival. And we signed up 20 new members, And then this weekend, we had a booth at the Poway Weapons and Gear Expo, and we signed up 26 members, and we are now well over 800 total members for San Diego County gun owners.
Well on your way to 2,000 by the end of the year. Everybody pile on. Let's go.
There we go. And why is that important? That leads me to my next next big thing. Why is membership important? Well, last week the Santee City Council passed a resolution. Basically, the city of Santee has taken the official position, their city council, that they want Sheriff Gore to issue CCWs using self-defense as good cause. Now, this is the first body of elected officials who've said, hey, we're going to make it official, and we're going to pass this. It passed with a 5-0 vote, and this is something that San Diego County gun owners sponsored and took to the city council members and worked through the process, so that now Santee is the first of the 18 city councils to come out officially and say, look, we want a major change in your CCW policy, Sheriff Gore, and we want you to take self-protection, personal protection, self-defense as good cause to issue a CCW. That's a huge victory.
And with more people joining, more voters joining San Diego County gun owners, more of these, government entities will be joining suit, I hope.
Well, because everybody's going to look around. See, now, where before, I guess that would be a good comment Lance put on the paperwork. Hello, Sheriff Gore.
You got it, man.
Well, because now everybody is bringing attention to it. He doesn't have any, he has to respond.
Well, if it's just me and Dave and Lance and Joe in a room saying, "Hey, we want CCWs," who cares?
Right.
But now we have well over 800 members, and we're headed towards thousands of members. That's why it's important. It's important, this kind of political pressure and saying, "Hey, we are an important group of people.
Right.
We are supporting an organization that's well funded." You have to respond. So that's why membership's important.
So how do people join?
Go to San Diego County Gun Owners.com. San Diego County Gun Owners.com.
How much does it cost?
Just click on join, and there's a couple different options. Our basic membership is so that everybody can participate. It's only $10 a month. Or if you want to join our 10-ring club, that's our highest level of membership, and that you get all kinds of special treats. It's all listed online, and that's $1,000 a year or $100 a month.
And also corporations and companies and different people that own companies could get involved just through their company corporate membership. Correct?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you want a corporate 10-ring club membership, we'd be happy to have you. Call me, email me. I'll give you details, and we appreciate everybody's support. But there's a way for everybody in San Diego County to participate.
Mm-hmm. Right. And by the way, folks, that's 12 months for $100, or for $1,000 a year. You get 2 months free. If I do my math right.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's right.
Keep your shoes on, Dave.
I know. I'm trying, man. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. So you had a great. So now you said you had 150 RSVP.
Yeah.
Did you get a lot of extras coming in as well?
We stopped counting after about 100, but we had somewhere between 100 and 150 people, and there were some new shooters that some of the members brought as guests.
Yeah, that's neat.
They got to shoot for the first time, and there were some exotic guns that some folks brought that people got to shoot, and it was just a lot of fun. And we had a nice, safety briefing, and then half the crowd went and grabbed some burgers, and the other half of the crowd went and went to the range and shot some guns, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon barbecue in the middle of the summer. And I said it was, we had San Diego County, we had the Second Amendment celebration dinner, which I started calling Gun Prom. Well, I welcomed everybody to San Diego County Gun Owners Summer Camp. So it was beautiful.
Was my buddy Wes Cross out there from Cross Armory?
He was there, yeah.
Yeah, he's such a good guy.
Said hello to him and his lovely wife. Yeah.
Oh, good.
There.
That's great.
Right.
They were on the show a couple shows ago.
Well, I guess by the enthusiasm, is this going to be a new location for the picnic from now on, or are you going to be moving around?
No, well, so we had the first one we had was at this location last year, so it's becoming a tradition.
Yeah.
Alex at Freedom Fighters is doing a fantastic job of hosting us, and he takes really good care of us, and he's excited.
What does he do? What do they do with that facility during the week?
It's a private facility, so it's by invitation only. It's not like you can show up any time of the day.
Gotcha.
So they put on, if you want to host some classes, or if you have a group that wants to come out and maybe do a little shooting, and then he said he's had a bachelor party come and do some shooting and then camp out,
right.
Stuff like that.
Well, I only wanted to bring it up because I don't want everybody listening on radio and then all of a sudden, jump in their station wagon and head to Escondido looking for these guys. So I just want to make sure they realize it is a private facility, not that they couldn't get involved in it, and the best way to do that is go to SanDiegoCountyGunOwners.com. You can get on the website, find out all kinds of information. But truly, folks, join up, because not only do you get great benefits, but you help support Second Amendment rights to carry arms. It gives us a voice in Sacramento and beyond. Lance is working on getting President Trump to call in. How are you doing with that?
Whatever it takes.
How are you doing with that, bud?
Whatever it
takes. Are you doing good?
The great thing about San Diego County gun owners is, we've heard and we've said the term silent majority for a long time.
Mm-hmm,
and being the silent majority has done nothing for us over the last, 8 to 12 years. So, being the herd majority is what San Diego County gun owners does for us.
Yeah. Don't you think we're in a movement situation right now, Mike, with San Diego County gun owners? Doesn't it feel like a movement to you now?
It absolutely does. I've been telling. I was talking to a crowd just a couple of weeks ago, and I described it that exact way. I said, "Hey, this is a movement. Mm-hmm. The only thing missing is you." So get involved and join us. And we are being effective. We're taking the steps to be effective, and we're doing things that people said can't be done.
All right, man.
All right, man. Well, hey, have fun out there. Take the wife out to a nice, relaxing dinner tonight, and we will talk to you down the road.
I think that's a Jerry Reed.
All right, gentlemen, take care.
All right, folks, we're going to take What?
I think that's a Jerry Reed song, doing things that can't be done.
That's my boy, Nick. All right, folks, Gun Sports Radio right here in the house. We'll be back in a moment. I'm Dave. He's Lance. This is AM 1170.
The Answer.
AM 1170. The Answer. KCBQ.
All right, folks. Hey, welcome back. You're listening to Gun Sports Radio. Dave Stahl, Lance Belkey, AM 1170.
The Answer.
Hey, and this segment is brought to you by the good folks at Trident Gunsmithing. Trident Gunsmithing takes care of all your gun needs when it comes to repairs, modifications, hot rodding them, as I like to call it.
Yep.
All right out at Trident Gunsmithing. Call them at 858-577-0576. They've also sell ammunition. They sell guns. They'll go out there and walk you through it.
Tons of classes out there.
Great hunting classes. I've been out there on Saturday, and the place is packed. I mentioned last week where I ran into a lady who brought her 12-year-old son. She said that's the rite of passage with her family. Every time a daughter or son get to an age, they go to a hunting school. So all right there at Trident Gunsmithing. Make sure you check them out. All right, so what do we got this segment there?
Well, we
got John Dillon.
We should have Mr. Dillon on the in the holding pattern.
So let's talk with Mr. Dillon from Gatsky, Dillon and Balance. If you're looking for a lawyer and you have any issues with gun ownership, ammunition ownership, or anything to do with Second Amendment right, Gatsky, Dillon and Balance is the law office you need. They're experts in the field. In fact, John Dillon, part of the group, is the gun guy. He will help you with anything and everything. He takes questions and answers off the website, and all you have to do is go to cafirearmslaw.com. If you're a little embarrassed, well, you can't call in anyway. We won't let you. But you can send him an email. You can send him a text. You can do whatever you want. John, how are you today, bud?
Good. How are you guys?
Yeah. You like that? You can call, but I ain't going to talk
did.
to you.
That was a nice touch.
Nice touch.
Hey, talking to you.
We're not going to let you call anyway.
So have you got some good news for us today, or you got some bad news?
Very rarely do I not have bad news, but I do have a little bit of good news.
Lay it on us.
So I wasn't around last week, so I'm going to bring up some stuff that happened
Sure.
a little over a week ago, but we also have some new stuff. the first part, good news, is SB 497. This was the law that was going through the legislature that would expand the one handgun a month rule, and it would make it to where you could only buy one firearm a month, including rifles and shotguns. That actually went to the suspense file this last week, so it's not going to be heard on, or no one's going to vote on it until the next term. Generally, when something goes to the suspense file, it'll die off and go away. There is still a chance it could come back, though.
How did it?
A little bit of good news.
How did it go there? How did it end up in the trash can?
I think it's the voting process and how they want to take care of things. They just moved to put it on hold for now, and that's a good indicator of just how bad a law is when it goes to the suspense file, especially when it's gun-related in California. That just means it's horrible.
Well, that's what I always heard, that when it goes to the suspense file, it's stuff that they didn't believe they could pass anyway, so instead of embarrassing themselves, they just put it on hold for a while until people forget about it.
Yeah, they embarrass themselves without any help.
Yeah, so that's the one good news. The bad news is SB 464. That's the one that's going to be requiring more strict storage requirements for FFL dealers. I know, Joe, you're paying attention to this one.
Absolutely.
That one moved forward. So people still have to call into their representatives and tell them to vote no on this. The biggest thing that this requires is not only requires that FFLs store their firearms in either a vault or a safe, there's language in the law that's dictating people or the stores put up those concrete or metal pillars in front of their front entrances of the buildings. And when you first think about this is, just put up a little stone blockade so no one runs through your front door. But the problem with that is, and this goes into the land use stuff, is that you got to get permits to build those types of things. Some city ordinances or zonings may not allow that in your area, so that can be a big problem for gun stores in the future.
Is this the one where Big Five Sporting Goods threw everybody under the bus?
Big Five?
Did you hear about this?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
You know what? I did see some headline on that.
Yeah.
To be honest, though, I didn't follow up on the headlines. I couldn't tell you exactly what it was, but I think you're in the right category. They had something to do with it, but I encourage people to go online, look it up, get the original source, and determine.
Yeah, check it out. I heard the same thing, something about, but you're right. People should check it out and look online and see what's going on. But I did see something about somehow that Big Five was in, negotiating with all the other, gun stores and everybody as a group, and then somehow they just kind of threw everybody under the bus. Said, okay, we're going to do it. Somehow, but they have a lot, and if that's true, I don't know if it's true, but they have a lot more clout because a lot of times they're an anchor store. Those guys versus a small or mom and pop type of deals, they're not. But
let me ask you this, John. I mean, okay, fine, we put the pillars up, or we put the great big balls, or whatever you want to put in front. What's going to keep? And I even hate to even say this, open air, but what's going to keep somebody from shinnying up the water spout, going over to the air vent, kicking the air vent open and dropping
open
inside.
the roof?
Yeah. Well, I mean, are they going to make you build your gun store? So is Gun Range San Diego going to be a vault with a great big metal door in the front?
That's the dangerous slippery slope.
I know.
These additional restrictions and regulations surrounding gun stores is, all right, well, if they approve this and all these new measures are enforced, like what's next? Are you going to have to make sure you buy an old bank building that has a secure actual vault with a 3-foot thick vault door in order to store a handgun? We don't know, and that's the big dangers. This law is in response. There's been a lot of, I'm just going to call them the drive-through robberies where people take a truck or something through the front door of a gun shop,
like an ATM or something.
Yeah, and they've had a lot of publicity across the country of this happening to a number of gun stores. And there is an argument that some of these things will help stop that. But okay, so you stop that exact and precise way of robbing an FFL, they're going to figure out other ways to do it if they really want to do it, unfortunately. So we're trading all these new laws and more restrictions, making it even harder for a gun store to operate. And, what do we get out of it? Not much.
John, I have it all figured out. And Joe, you're going to love this. All the pillars in front of your building You fill them with C4. Okay.
When they hit it, it blows them right
the minute that sucker hits that, I mean, I'm serious. I mean, if somebody was to back into that or crash into it and it disintegrated the car, I don't know, that would work. Hey, what's going on with
it might disintegrate everything else, too.
I don't know. Come on, you take it. I mean, come on. Can you imagine C4? Oh, that'd be. I mean, that criminal would only hit it once. Hey, what's going on with the Santee City Council vote?
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, any info on that?
I feel fantastic about that. I think that is a great thing that they're doing, and I heard it pass at a 5-0 vote. Really, requesting that our sheriff really take a look at and reconsider the issuing policy regarding CCWs in good cause. I think it is absolutely fantastic that
that's great news.
Council did that.
Yeah.
Do you see the rest of the other 16 cities?
Or some of them
following?
I really hope so, and I hope that our sheriff really considers these, because this is what the sheriff needs to do. He's representing the constituents and the people, and this
he's
is
an elected official.
Letter from officials in the city saying, hey, we want you to change this. This isn't some extreme, I'm just going to call it extreme right-wing agenda here. Like, this is what the people of your city want, and you need to take that into consideration.
Sure.
I think it's very important.
Yeah. Plus Marietta's, come on board recently, and then Redlands and other ones.
Well, not comparing it to legalized marijuana, but it's almost in the same vein. Like when one city says, okay, I'm going to do it, then it's like all the other cities say, oh, well, if Santee did it, they're the first to do it. So if anybody gets in trouble, it'll be Santee. It won't be us. Okay, we'll do it too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's everything.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's well known that the CCW holders are some of the least likely to actually commit crimes and violate the law. So by issuing CCWs under the standards where you still have to qualify, you do your background check, you do have a good cause, but in this case it's a definable one that, people can actually meet in San Diego.
Right.
I really don't see a big danger in allowing that. And, logically and realistically, there isn't one.
Did you hear that is a country western singer, I can't think of his name, got on an airplane and had a gun in his luggage? And so they were really making a big deal. Yeah, it happened today, I think, or yesterday. Making a big deal out of it. And then the reporter said, well, he does have a legal CCW. Well, I mean, like as if, like if that's an excuse. I mean, this reporter, I guess, is not into Second Amendment or gun ownership, but the way he reported it, it sounded like this guy was, and then they said, oh, well, it was in his luggage. He said he just forgot to take it out. And then they had to mention, oh, by the way, he does have a legal CCW.
Well, he needs to call John Dillon.
Yes, he does.
When you write the headline, CCW permit holder has gun, that doesn't really grab people's attention.
You don't think?
That's I'm guessing that's why they may have changed the headline in that instance.
Yeah, but it killed him. Hey, cafirearmslaw.com, cafirearmslaw.com. You can talk to John anytime you like. Send him a question. He loves answering questions. John, it's always good chatting with you. We'll be talking to you down the road for sure next week.
All right, sounds good, guys.
Thanks, John. Have a good weekend.
All right, folks, this is Gun Sports Radio. Make sure you go to gunsportsradio.com, gunsportsradio.com. Go to Facebook, Instagram. We do it all right here on AM 1170. And by the way, we want to throw out there a nice little...
Zombie.
The zombie.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget
our zombie, folks.
Zombie Industries, home of the famous zombie targets. Skeets holding zombie targets and other fun targets. And guess what? They bleed. ZombieIndustries.com. ZombieIndustries.com.
Got it.
AM 1170. The Answer. KCBQ.
All right, folks, right here on Gun Sports Radio.
Killing it.
Better show off air than on air. Hey, go to gunsportsradio.com, gunsportsradio.com. You can check out the shows, anything archived in case you missed. But either way, and by the way, this segment happens to belong to Hollywood, and it's brought to you by Gun Range San Diego, the Nordstroms of gun ranges, 7853 Balboa Avenue in San Diego. 10 to 10, 7 days a week. They are there for you. Go to Gun Range San Diego. Find out all the fun stuff going on all kinds of clubs you can join. There's gun rentals. There's family affairs. There's, bring your family down, bring your business partners down. Hey, it's all right there. They got training. They've got gunsmithing. They have got it all. Gun Range San Diego, gunrangesandiego.com. Hi, Hollywood. Welcome back.
Glad to be back.
How'd you do? Or where'd you go?
Well, I went to, I go out to Ohio every year for what's called the Mount Owls Roundup, and it's a sporting clay competition to raise money.
Oh, okay. For what? What do they raise money for?
One of the guy who founded it, his brother died of a rare cancer, so it's they raise money for cancer research and that kind of thing.
How'd you do? Did you win?
I did pretty good. I hit 71 out of 100 clays.
Wow.
And considering I hadn't shot clays since last year's Mount Owls Roundup, I felt like I did pretty good.
Did you use your own gun? Or
I leave my that's why I haven't shot since, because I have a Weatherby Super Sporting Clay over and under, and I left it out there last year and just never brought it back. And
that's pretty good. Not practicing.
71 is really good.
Not too bad.
That's really good.
Not too bad.
They raised a lot of money for cause.
They raised about $62,000 over the weekend. Wow. Yeah, they have bands come in, and it's a 2-day event. You do sporting clays is the big part, but they also have a standing range where they're firing. They shoot pistol competitions and that kind of thing.
How cool
and I
is
usually take guns out every year or something, kind of fun for people to shoot and that kind of thing. So we had a good time, and so I really appreciate Veronica giving me the time off to go out and help these guys raise money, and it was a big deal. We really enjoyed it.
Well, Veronica didn't need you anyway on that 3%.
Oh, yeah, no. They were only selling about 10 guns an hour that 12 hours that they were open. And it was the best of both worlds for me. I got to go raise a lot, spend time with a friend, raise a lot of money for a good cause, and I didn't get that hurricane that they had to put up with on Saturday. So
I bet it was wild.
A win-win situation for me. Yeah, and we still got people coming in doing paperwork and
sure.
You
couldn't do it all one day.
Right, yeah. So if they didn't have their credentials or whatever last week, they're still bringing them in this week and that kind of thing. But the deal was we moved a lot of guns for very little money. We gave away a lot of guns is what I really should say. And again, it was because behind the 3% sale, the premise behind it is, during the Revolutionary War, War of Independence, it was said that only 3% were fighting for the independence.
That's where you came up with that.
Right. So only 3% of the population. And so at any given time, all it takes is 3% of the population to stand up and do the right thing. And so in that spirit, Gun Range San Diego pretty much just, killed it and just gave away a ton of guns over one day. And it was a great weekend. And I've always said we've got the best customers anyway. So what better way to reward great customers, great loyalty by just basically giving them guns at cost.
Absolutely. And let's just throw a little love out to Alone and Unafraid. I mean, you did a phenomenal event at the High Dive.
We did.
You will never have to buy a beer at that joint probably for the rest of your life.
Yeah, for those who don't remember, we did do an event a couple of weeks ago, and it took a while for us to tally all the money because there were so many ways for people to donate money and that kind of thing. But Alone and Unafraid, we ended up with the help of Dave and KUSI and Gun Range San Diego and the High Dive. We raised about $2,800 in one day in about 9 hours, and it was amazing.
Had you done this before? Or was this your first event?
This was our first event. We planned it in less than 23 days. It went off. It was huge. It was big. So stand by. Because
you're gonna do it yearly.
We're gonna do it yearly, and we're also gonna do one for Veterans Day coming up. We're just not sure of the venue yet, but we're gonna do a lot more planning for this.
Well, give me a date. I'll get you on TV again.
All right, we'll make it happen.
I mean, you did shake the building, but that was okay. And nobody came looking for you after it was over, so that's a wonderful thing.
I thought you were going to have a kitten when I left those black marks out in the park.
No, not me, but I heard you leaving. So, hey, what else you got from Gun Range? Since you've been gone, did they give you any fun stuff to talk about?
Well, I'll tell you, I get back, and I'm thinking, okay, here it is. They just had this big sale, and we're finally going to get a lull after after being busy. We're going to I'll get to come back and kind of ease back into my daily life. Not even close. No. We got, right now we have 2 huge sales going on. We got the Taurus M85 Protector. It's a polymer 38 special revolver from Taurus. Great little gun. lightweight, easy to carry, perfect for personal protection. So when Sheriff Gord finally, feels the heat from all the voters and changes his policy, this would be a great gun to carry for personal protection. And the best part, $239.
What caliber is it?
38 special.
38.
Your wife would love it.
I know.
38 special.
And it's a beautiful looking gun.
Oh, it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. It's got fiber optic front sights. It's got
sleek.
the word protector inscribed down the top strap.
Modern looking.
$230 something.
$239.
Yeah.
So again, we're giving guns away.
How long does that deal go?
Until we're out, and I think we have a half a dozen left or so, and then and even a better deal than that, we have the KSG bullpup, the Kel-Tec KSG bullpup shotgun. Mm-hmm. It's a 30-inch shotgun, dual magazine tubes. So instead of the 5 or 6 that you get out of a standard, you're getting 12.
Really?
Yeah, it holds 12 rounds.
Wait a minute. I thought you couldn't carry more than 3.
Well, the deal is in California you can't hold more than 10, but because this is 2 different magazines in one gun with a selector switch, you can only access one at a time. But you're getting 12. You're getting 12 shotgun shells in there. Those normally run MSRP for $950. We normally have them for $950, and they MSRP for $999. We normally have them for $950, and we got them on sale this week and next week for $770.
Holy moly!
There's a friend of mine at the gym that's been talking about that one. So his name is Jeremy.
Well,
he'll come see you.
Jeremy down, I'll be down there. I was going to say Tuesday, but I'll be out with those guys from Cross Armory on Tuesday.
Oh, good.
Having a great time. We're doing they invited us out to a baseball game. So those guys
on Tuesday. That's right.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Padres.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Don't bother watching.
Don't
bother watching.
We're going to go hang out with those guys. But on Wednesday, I'll be back. So send Jeremy down, and we'll give him a great deal.
Wait a minute. Didn't you just come back from a freaking 10-day or 6-day gone trip? Now you're going to the Padres.
I got to go. Hey, it's a tough life going out, rubbing elbows, and keeping the public happy.
Well, you do a fine job of that, I might add.
And not only are we having our sales, but there's some great factory rebates out there as well. Remington has rebates on everything they have out there, and we made it easy for you at Gun Range San Diego. So you come out there, you see anything, whether it's a rifle, shotgun, or whatever, and if it has a rebate on it, we got a big sign hanging that tells you exactly what that particular gun has a rebate of, because it depends on the caliber and the brand and the model number, that kind of thing. So we went through, did all the research for you. So you'll see orange tags hanging, and it'll tell you exactly what kind of rebate you're getting on that gun. So is Smith & Wesson. They're still doing their $75 mail-in rebates on the Smith & Wesson Shield. Mm-hmm. And then Springfield has their it's not really a rebate, but you buy through the end of August, you buy any Smith or Springfield handgun, you get 4 free magazines, a free holster, and a magazine pouch. That's $280.
I'm waiting for mine to come in the mail.
Oh, yeah.
Got yours yet?
No,
he did. He bought the creme de la creme of Springfield, the TRP full rail operator.
It shoots so good. I can't tell you. It shoots so good. Yeah. And I can't wait for those 4 extra mags to show up.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Oh, what's that? The Taurus, what was that model again?
It's called the M85 Protector.
M85 Protector.
Yeah, that's the one for my wife.
That's the one for your wife. $239. You can't beat that deal with a stick. If you try it, all you do is hurt the stick.
I'm looking it up.
I want to look it up to see what it looks like.
It's pretty cool. It's got fiber optic front sights.
I saw it before.
It's a great mixture of compact and beefy. It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beefy little thing, but
Beautiful.
it's so small at the same time, and it's super lightweight. So it's a great carry gun. But when you hold it, you know that you're holding a real gun, and it's pretty phenomenal.
And then remind us again for first-time gun buyers, that they have to have that safety card, and
right,
how's that work?
To buy a handgun in the state of California, I'm kind of jumping into John Dillon's deal here.
Yep.
You need a California issued photo ID. You need a confirmation of California residency, and you can do that with vehicle registration or a utility bill if it's something that's attached to an address. So your cell phone won't work, that kind of thing. But a SDG&E, water, something where they actually have to come out to your house to hook up a line, that will work. And then you need what's called a firearms safety card. And you can get that at any gun store in the state of California. And we love giving that test out. We do it daily down at Gun Range San Diego. No appointment needed. No reservations. You just come in and say, hey, I want my firearm safety card. We give you the test. It's 30 questions, multiple choice. and it costs $25. It's not
easy to do.
Is this hammerless?
No, this one, the one we have, has the hammer on it.
Okay, it does have the hammer. Okay.
Again, don't forget we have to compete with. Yeah, that's it right there, right up top.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's the one we have. We do.
So let me ask you this. Okay, so I bought a gun. I don't know how many years back, and I did the safety test. I still got my card and everything. Now, if I come down and buy another weapon, do I have to take the safety course again?
The safety,
especially if I didn't take it with your gun range.
No, it doesn't matter which range or what gun store you took your test with. They're good for 5 years. Now, if you took yours several years ago, you got the handgun safety card. But
Correct.
they changed that in 2015 to make it the firearms safety card. So now the firearms safety card is good for rifles and pistols. And if you have a handgun safety card, then it's only good for handguns until it expires.
That's the new one, Dave. I just handed Dave mine.
Yeah, that's what I've got to get because all I've got. And I know it's over 5 years.
Well, we don't have it in Braille, so make sure you bring your glasses.
Oh, he's so bad. He gets back. Well, look at him.
You're not going to do it?
He is on fire.
Just walk in here and shoot all your lights out and say, see? I hit every light. Give me my safety card.
Yeah, but and if you're one of those people who just get nervous over tests, no matter how easy that they may be, you can go on, just Google California Firearms Safety Card study guide, and there's a study guide right there online.
But isn't it common sense?
Literally.
Don't look down the barrel to see if
literally one of the questions is first enter true and false, and then the last 20 are multiple choice. One of the true and false questions, literally on one, there's 3 different tests. On one of them is shooting a gun into the air is a great way to celebrate holidays and birthdays.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, so that is,
get your redneck hat and a bottle of beer, and you're gone.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Hey, doesn't that fire or that bullet when you shoot it? And it goes up. Doesn't it come back down at the same velocity, if not faster?
Well, it comes down at 32 feet per second squared, which is terminal velocity.
I'll put a hole in your head.
Yeah, if you shoot it, I mean we're getting into business.
No, but still,
it's going to go up.
It doesn't slow down coming down.
Well,
not for you to notice.
Well, yeah. It depends on what the arc is and all that kind of thing. But if anything is falling straight down, it falls at 32 feet per second squared. So the old adage where, if I drop a penny off the Empire State Building, they'll kill somebody. That's not necessarily true.
Right.
Still only that weight.
But it'll put a dent in you for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, look, everybody in there is waving at us. Cool. Hey, guys, how you doing in the board?
That's what
our board op guys are waving at us.
Freaking out.
All right. Hey, we're going to take a small break right here on Gun Sports Radio. We want to thank Gun Range San Diego for all their support, and Hollywood is good to have you back.
Glad to be back.
All right. Hey, when we come back, we got a whole lot more right here on Gun Sports Radio. I'm Dave. He's Lance, and this is AM 1170.
The Answer.
AM 1170. The Answer. KCBQ.
All right, folks. Hey, welcome back, Gun Sports Radio. Hey, man, he's dragged me by my bumper there for a minute. Thought I was slacking. Hey, this is Gun Sports Radio, and we also want to talk about zombie industries. Folks, I actually have a zombie industry target hanging on my wall.
Yes, you do.
Cool.
Yeah, the zombie himself.
But it's high enough so none of the dogs can bite it, because if they do, it'll bleed. And that's really kind of cool. You think,
well, you don't want to get a taste of blood.
No, they're all going to say, well, why would you want a trophy to bleed? Trust me, if you've never shot a trophy and you're a gun enthusiast and you like shooting targets, trust me, this is by far. And the cool thing about it is it's not shoot it once, throw it away. No, you can patch it and keep shooting it, and it's got enough liquid, not blood, but enough red and pink liquid in there. And I got a friend of mine, honest to goodness, I posted it on Facebook. She's going to go buy 2 of them for her Halloween party.
Yeah, they're awesome. It's a blast.
I think her kid's going to bite it. I don't know what they're going to do with it. But anyway, Zombie Industries. Go to www.zombieindustries.com, zombieindustries.com. Hey, if nothing else, and you're in a service business and you deal with customers, you got to get the clown and put it right behind your desk. Put it right on the wall. It'll definitely get people's attention. Zombieindustries.com, zombieindustries.com.
Nick was so excited about those things last week. He was sitting in my spot, and he texted me about 47 times during the show, showing me every angle of those things.
I love mine. I took one of them home, and like I said, I bolted it to the wall. All right, so
before we get to our next guest, I just want to,
if they're here,
if they're on the line. I just want to remind folks that we have the San Diego Young Republicans.
Oh, yeah.
They do a deal every year called ATF Night, Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Night. And basically what they do is they spend an afternoon, they come out, and they shoot guns. San Diego County Gun Owners is one of the hosts. And this year, the Gun Range San Diego is the hosting range. And you come out, and we have mentors that'll be out there to, if needed, that will go over different styles of guns and, whatever it takes. If you're a member, it's $35. If you're a non-member, it's $45. But it's been an afternoon shooting firearms and learning about firearms safety, and just, the difference between revolvers, shotguns, pistols, that kind of thing.
Excellent. And
then they're going to move over to the 94th Aero Squadron and have the alcohol and tobacco.
Is that where they're going to do it this year?
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
Yeah, so they go over there, and then they go over there, and they have a little drink and smoke some cigars, and talk about all the guns they shot today. So it's really the Young Republicans Fat Night: firearms, alcohol, and tobacco, because you can't put the alcohol in front of the firearms.
And we had them call in. We're going to have them call in this year. We had them call in last year.
Sure.
Alex called in last year, and then we were there.
Are you
Joe was there. I
it?
was there. And also Mike was there last year.
Are you going?
Yeah, I definitely go. It's fabulous. I encourage everybody to go.
I have to go as a mentor.
So much fun.
I'm too old.
It's a great, no matter really how old you are, it's just a great group of people, and they're all excited because a lot of them it's first time shooters,
right.
And of course it's at Gun Range San Diego, which is a marvelous place to go. And
Nordstrom's.
It's just terrific. And then after that, they go have a couple drinks over at 94th, and it's just a great.
It is a lot of fun. And
really support these guys; they're fabulous.
And what I love about it is here's all these, it's easy to say, our youth today is this, our youth today is that, yeah. But when you see these, basically college age, people
they're
who
terrific.
are, in their early 20s to early mid 30s, and they're out there and they're coming up, and they are in an organization like this, and they are so active in our communities. It just really, rejuvenates your batteries and your love for
gun ownership,
for just the public in general. That, hey, my future is secure because we will have the right people in charge down the road.
It's so cool because I do it all the time, because I talk to everybody not only about our show but about Gun Range San Diego and all our advertisers. I talk to people about them all the time, and it's so funny. I talk to young kids, and the first thing I say is, "Hey, you watch TV? You ever see me on KOSI?" No, I don't watch TV. No, but if I ask them, are you into guns or Second Amendment? Absolutely.
Right.
The younger generation are starting to realize there's value in their Second Amendment right and the fact that they should be able to carry if necessary. So I thought that was rather interesting. So either we're doing a really good job, and Mike's doing a really good job, and the government's doing a really good job to scaring everybody. But it seems do you start to see a trend of the younger generation coming into Gun Range San Diego?
You know what?
Versus the older folks?
We have such an eclectic group of customers at Gun Range San Diego, but a ton of them are young. And
but you're starting to see more and more young kids?
Well, not more and more. I mean, we started out getting super young people coming in all the time, and we love it. And again, what we get more than anything is first-time shooters, which we are tickled to have, because there's been this
train them right.
Well, there's been this stigma where you can't go to a gun store or gun range if you don't know everything about guns. You get mistreated.
There are some ranges and stores in town that do follow that creed,
but not Gun Range San Diego. No. And we love first-time shooters, and we love getting people excited about shooting. So they come in and they don't have the inhibitions. Maybe. So they come in, they're brave enough to try it out, and then they realize how fun it is and how easy it is and how great the staff over at Gun Range San Diego is. And next thing you know, we got customers for life, which I love.
What do you do for military? Do you do anything different for military other than the rest of your customers?
Well, military and first responders, we do 5% off on everything besides guns in the store. Mm-hmm. And then for the gun range, it's $12 for the first shooter. But for military and first responders, it's only $10.
Wow.
So, yeah, we definitely...
And all they have to do is bring proof of the fact that they are what they are?
You know what? 9 times out of 10, if they say, hey, I'm military, then good to go, boop, you get to... we're not going to, who's going to lie about that?
Yeah, really. Because
or I'm a police officer.
Usually they won't, because that's not their makeup.
Right.
Isn't that funny? They don't have to worry about it because they're going to be straight up with you.
Exactly. So, yeah, we try to take care of our military and first responders. And we've actually had people say, wow, I can't believe you don't do more. I can't believe it's only $2 off. But when we're already the cheapest range, when we're the nicest and the least expensive, it's hard to it's hard to break the price anymore. But we do everything we can for our first responders and our military. It's a military town. We love them. As you know, I spent 22 years in the Marine Corps. So definitely understand the sacrifice that military people make. And Veronica's husband,
he's a first responder.
And so she understands the sacrifice that they make, here in our city. So,
she understands it every time he leaves to go to work.
Amen.
So, and speaking of that, actually, you got the Miramar air shows that's going to come up in October, and just a little bit
September
ahead.
This year.
Is it September?
September, they moved it.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm looking to hook up the base liaison to have him come on the show and talk about that whole deal.
Yeah, they're doing a
maybe we get some
to,
access.
A tribute to the Vietnam vets this year.
The air show is free. What access do you want?
There's some other access.
They need to strap him to Jumbo and take him.
Yeah, the Fat Albert.
The Fat Albert, that's right.
They need to get him on the Fat
access.
Albert.
By the way,
I would love to see him throw up on the Fat Albert.
I couldn't
I've
wait.
done the J-Do take off the Fat Albert.
Ain't going to do it.
Hey, 511 Tactical, folks. I have to tell you, that's all I wear pretty much. I don't have a 511 Tactical shirt on today.
You got the watch on.
No, I didn't put it on today either.
You got the shoes?
Yeah, I do have shoes. Okay. I have my pants. And I went to Paris Auto Speedway last night, and it was 101 degrees.
Oh.
So I purposely wore my 511 vented, breathable shirt.
Yeah, the one with the vent in the back.
I did not.
Yeah.
I actually got a little bit but it didn't. It just all went away.
That's
it was
terrific.
I'm telling you, folks, 511 Tactical. There's two stores. One up there in the old Hooters building
Naturally,
off of
yes.
Highway 78. And right there at
right before college.
Yeah, right before college.
Yeah. El Camino Real, that
huge
area.
building.
Yep.
And then, of course, Lance is my favorite, and that's the one at 1257 Camino del Rio South in Mission Valley. All I can tell you, folks, www.511tactical.com. Just check out the clothing.
Yep.
Top drawer. I mean, we talk about Nordstrom's of Gun Range San Diego. This is the Nordstrom's of tactical clothing. I have not yet bought anything or got anything from there that was not comfortable.
And plus, if what a great store to go buy a gift for somebody.
Oh, they'll never say no.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, yeah. They got special patches. They've got knives. They've got sunglasses.
Their customer service is
you got the
top
glasses.
Notch,
yep,
for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, it's again, it's what we notice is it's like if they're involved with you, that you're involved with everybody that seems to be involved. All are top notch. Top drawer people.
Right. And, and those guys are really getting involved, not just here in San Diego, but across the nation. They're
everywhere.
Yeah, they are sponsoring just about every race
NASCAR,
team.
Indy League,
Pro Truck.
I went to lunch with my buddy, and he does torque off-road, and they're clothing all those guys. But see, once you wear these clothes, then you'll realize why would you wear anything else? Because they do last. They take the beating. They take the abuse.
I got the pants on.
You got dude.
We wear them every day at Gun Range San Diego.
All right. Well, hey, guess what, folks? Next week is going to be a special show for us. It'll be our 1-year anniversary. So if you hear shooting in studio,
I'm bringing guns.
We got a lot done in this year. A lot done.
KCBQ we'll just plug the holes in the roof.
Thanks.
All right. Hey, we want to thank
show.
Gun Range San Diego, Trident Gunsmithing, Zombie Industries, and, of course, 511 Tactical, John Gatsky and Balance, and all the other folks that
and
support
Dylan,
us.
the main guy.
Can't forget Dylan. And go to our Facebook page, Gun Sports Radio, also gunsportsradio.com. And Sheriff Gore, hi!
Gun Sports Radio is sponsored by Love Radio Network.